Over 60. This might surprise you, but some of the most powerful proteins for your body right now don't come from meat or eggs, they come straight from plants. That's right. What you put on your plate in this season of life can make or break your energy, your strength, and even your memory. And if you're still eating the same way you did at 40, it's time to rethink. Because there are 6 incredible plant-based proteins that could dramatically improve your health. And most seniors don't even know they exist. Let's change that today. Now, let's talk straight. Getting older comes with some unexpected surprises, right? Joint pain creeps in. Energy dips without warning. And suddenly, keeping up with the grandkids or walking up a flight of stairs feels like a workout. Here's something many doctors won't say plainly: a huge reason for that decline is your body's reduced ability to build and maintain muscle as you age. And protein is key. But here's where it gets tricky. Traditional animal-based proteins can become harder to digest as we age. Some can even raise cholesterol, strain the kidneys, and leave you feeling bloated or sluggish. That's why more and more health experts are urging seniors to look at plant-based options, not as a trendy diet, but as a smart, sustainable way to fuel the body. And no, this doesn't mean turning into a full-blown vegan overnight. It simply means being more intentional about where your protein is coming from. Because certain plant-based sources can offer seniors the full package: protein, fiber, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, all while being gentler on your system. So in this video, I'm walking you through 6 plant-based protein powerhouses you absolutely need to consider if you're over 60. Each one comes with its own unique benefits, and I'll show you how easy it is to work them into your everyday meals. Whether you cook often or prefer quick prep options, stick with me, and by the end of this video, you'll not only know what to eat, but why it matters more than ever before. Why protein needs change after 60. Let's get into something that often gets overlooked. As we age, our bodies change in ways we never quite expected. Joints stiffen. Muscles shrink. Our energy dips. And perhaps most importantly, our nutritional needs shift, especially when it comes to protein. Now here's the truth. Protein isn't just for gym rats or bodybuilders. For seniors, it's the secret sauce for staying mobile, preventing falls, and keeping that sharp edge mentally. Yet, far too many folks over 60 aren't getting enough of it. Why? Well, there are a few reasons. First, digestion slows down. Our stomachs produce less acid, which makes it harder to break down traditional animal proteins like beef or pork. That means even if you're eating meat, your body may not be absorbing all the protein from it. Second, appetite decreases with age. You're not eating like you used to in your 30s or 40s, so your overall intake drops. This often leads to muscle loss, and trust me, that's the start of a dangerous cycle. Third, let's not forget chronic illness. Diabetes, arthritis, high blood pressure, these can affect how your body uses nutrients and how active you are. That's where plant-based proteins come in. Here's the kicker. Studies show that older adults need more protein per pound of body weight than younger folks to maintain muscle mass and prevent frailty. Yet ironically, they often consume less. And listen, I know switching up your diet after 60 might feel like trying to learn TikTok. Frustrating, confusing, sometimes even painful. But it doesn't have to be that way. Plant-based proteins are gentler on your kidneys, easier to digest, and packed with anti-inflammatory compounds that animal proteins simply can't compete with. They also bring fiber to the table, literally, which helps with digestion and blood sugar control, 2 huge issues for seniors. And one more thing, plant-based protein sources tend to have lower saturated fats, meaning better heart health, less cholesterol buildup, and a lower risk of stroke. So here's the question. Are you fueling your body to age with strength, clarity, and independence? Or are you slowly fading due to a silent nutrient deficiency? Stick around, because we're about to go deep into 6 plant-based proteins you can start adding to your diet this week. No weird ingredients, no tofu if you hate it, and no complicated recipes. Just real food with real benefits, designed for real people like you. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Up next, the one plant-based protein for muscle strength and stable blood sugar, and no, it's not lentils. Alright, let's not keep you waiting. Let's talk about the king of plant-based protein, and no, it's not tofu, and it's definitely not some fancy supplement powder. We're talking about the humble yet incredible chickpea, also known as garbanzo beans. Now before you roll your eyes and think, beans? Really? Hear me out. Chickpeas are an absolute powerhouse when it comes to supporting your body after 60. Just 1 cup of cooked chickpeas contains around 15 grams of protein, and it's paired with a generous dose of fiber, iron, magnesium, and even potassium, nutrients most seniors are actually deficient in without even knowing it. But here's where it gets good. Chickpeas help with something called glycemic control. That means if you've been dealing with blood sugar issues, whether that's prediabetes, full-blown type 2, or just energy crashes. Chickpeas are one of the best foods you can add to your diet. Why? Because they digest slowly. This keeps your blood sugar stable, curbs cravings, and reduces those awful energy dips that make you want to nap all afternoon. And here's something else, chickpeas are also a source of resistant starch, which acts like a prebiotic, meaning it feeds the good bacteria in your gut. And if you've ever struggled with digestion, constipation, or even foggy thinking, that gut-brain connection is worth paying attention to. Let me tell you a quick story. One of our viewers, Larry, a 67-year-old retired mechanic from Indiana, wrote in and said he started eating roasted chickpeas as a snack twice a week. Nothing fancy, just tossed them in olive oil, a little sea salt, and baked them. 3 weeks later, he reported more energy, less bloating, and get this. His doctor reduced his blood pressure meds. Now, I'm not saying chickpeas are a miracle cure. But for some people, they can be a miraculous shift. How do you start? Super easy. You can toss them in salads, blend into hummus with garlic, olive oil, and lemon, roast them as a crunchy snack, or mix them into a simple veggie stew. It's budget-friendly, tasty, and doesn't require any special prep skills. Now if you're wondering about gas or bloating, because I know many seniors avoid beans for that reason, here's a tip: soak them overnight if you're using dried, or rinse canned chickpeas very well before using. This helps remove the compounds that cause digestive discomfort. And the best part? Chickpeas are versatile. Whether you're trying to eat Mediterranean, low sodium, gluten-free, or just simple, they fit right in. Look, you're not just eating to survive anymore, you're eating to thrive. Your body isn't 30 anymore, and that's okay. But that means you need smarter fuel. And chickpeas, my friend, are one of the smartest choices you can make. Now stay with me, because next up, we'll talk about a protein source that not only builds muscle but also protects your heart, and it's probably in your kitchen right now. A heart-loving protein that also builds muscle. Let's move on to a plant-based protein that often gets overlooked, even though it's likely sitting in your fridge right now. Lentils. Yes. Humble, unassuming, earthy lentils. They're small, but don't let their size fool you. Lentils are loaded with plant protein, fiber, folate, magnesium, and potassium, a combo that works overtime to support a senior's heart, muscles, and even cognitive health. Just 1 cooked cup contains 18 grams of protein, which is more than what you'll find in 3 eggs. Now here's the game changer for seniors over 60. Lentils have no cholesterol, barely any fat, and they help lower your blood pressure and LDL, bad cholesterol. That's thanks to the soluble fiber and potassium working together to clean out your arteries and keep your heart ticking the way God intended. If you've been worried about muscle loss, especially after 60, listen up. You naturally lose 3 to 8% of your muscle mass every decade after age 30, and that number only gets worse if you're inactive or eating a low-protein diet. That's why lentils are critical. Their protein is highly absorbable, meaning your body can actually use it to repair and build lean tissue, especially when paired with light activity like walking or stretching. Let's talk about energy for a moment. You know those days where you feel drained for no reason? That's often tied to iron deficiency, something especially common among seniors, particularly women. Lentils happen to be a great plant-based source of non-heme iron, which boosts red blood cell production and helps your body carry oxygen more efficiently. In short, more energy, better focus, and less fatigue. And let's not forget, lentils are incredibly affordable. A 1-pound bag costs just a couple of dollars and makes multiple meals. No need for expensive supplements or hard-to-pronounce superfoods. Here's a quick prep tip: red lentils cook in under 20 minutes, no soaking required. You can throw them into soups and stews. A simple lentil curry with turmeric and garlic. Toss them over rice or quinoa or mix them with sautéed veggies and olive oil for a warm salad and a taste. It's earthy and comforting, perfect for cozy dinners that don't weigh you down. Quick story: Rita, a 71-year-old grandmother from North Carolina, told us she began adding lentil soup to her weekly routine after watching one of our earlier videos. After just 6 weeks, she noticed her blood pressure dropped by 10 points, and her energy returned. Her doctor asked what medication she'd started, and she proudly said, "None. Just lentils." Now of course, everyone's body is different. But it goes to show that even small changes, when done consistently, can transform your health over time. Alright, stick with me because in the next section, we're talking about a plant-based protein that targets inflammation, boosts brain clarity, and has been around for thousands of years, and yet most people ignore it completely. You're going to want to hear this. An ancient seed that calms inflammation and fuels your brain. This next one is tiny, but don't let that fool you. It's older than the Bible, once used by Aztec warriors, and today it's backed by modern science for its powerful effects on the brain, joints, heart, and digestion, all major concerns for folks over 60. We're talking about chia seeds. Now, most people think of chia as just a trendy topping for smoothies or yogurt. But if you're over 60, chia seeds are more than trendy, they're essential. Here's why: just 2 tablespoons of chia seeds contain 10 grams of fiber, 5 grams of complete protein, omega-3 fatty acids, ALA, calcium, magnesium, and antioxidants. Let's break that down. First, the omega-3s in chia seeds support brain health, reduce joint inflammation, and help regulate mood. Seniors often experience cognitive decline or brain fog, but omega-3s play a big role in protecting neurons and improving memory and focus. And if you suffer from stiff or painful joints, the anti-inflammatory properties in omega-3s can reduce that morning stiffness and improve mobility over time. Next up, fiber, the kind that keeps you full, stabilizes blood sugar, and supports gut health. You'd be surprised how much the gut affects everything, including your mood and immune system. Just a small serving of chia seeds adds a major fiber boost without loading up on calories or sugar. This is a huge win for managing weight, digestion, and even cholesterol levels. But here's the real kicker: chia seeds contain all 9 essential amino acids, making them a complete plant protein, a rare thing for plant-based sources. And seniors need that. Complete proteins are the building blocks your body uses to repair tissues, maintain muscle mass, and even support immune response. Let's talk about how to use chia seeds, because they're extremely versatile. Add them to your morning smoothie or oatmeal. Mix them into almond milk or yogurt to make chia pudding. Sprinkle them into soups, salads, or even on toast, or blend them with bananas and nut butter for a nutritious snack. Here's a little pro tip: soak chia seeds in water for 15 to 20 minutes. They form a gel-like texture that's easier to digest and helps hydrate the body, especially helpful for seniors who may not drink enough water during the day. Now, a quick story. Jim, a 66-year-old retired firefighter from Michigan, told us he was skeptical about tiny seeds doing anything. But after a friend nudged him, he started adding a tablespoon to his morning oats. Within a month, Jim said his energy levels were up, his digestion improved, and, get this, his arthritis pain was noticeably reduced. He even joked that chia seeds should come with a superhero cape. Of course, it's not magic, it's nutrition that works with your body, not against it. And here's the best part, you don't need to spend a fortune. A small bag of chia seeds can last weeks, even months, and they stay fresh in your pantry. No refrigeration needed. Now get ready, because next, we're diving into one of the most powerful complete proteins known to science. It comes from an unlikely green plant, it's easy on the gut, and it's a lifesaver for seniors looking to restore energy, build lean muscle, and improve immune function. It's time to meet the king of leafy plant proteins. The leafy green that outscores beef in protein quality. You've probably heard it said, eat your greens. But what if I told you one green plant quietly outranks beef in protein quality and can radically boost your energy, immune system, and muscle strength, all while being incredibly gentle on your digestion? Let me introduce you to spirulina. Yes. That vibrant blue-green algae that looks a little strange but delivers one of the most nutrient-dense profiles on the planet. And if you're over 60, spirulina isn't just a good idea, it might be one of the best decisions you can make for your entire body. Here's why. Just 1 tablespoon of spirulina powder contains 4 grams of complete protein vitamin B12, essential for seniors, iron, magnesium, potassium, and calcium, chlorophyll, and powerful antioxidants like phycocyanin. And here's the kicker, the digestibility of spirulina protein is about 85 to 95%, making it more bioavailable than most meats or soy. This means your body doesn't just consume it, it actually uses it. So, what exactly does spirulina do for seniors? Supports immune function. Spirulina has been shown to increase white blood cell count and boost antibody production. If you're over 60, your immune system naturally slows down. Spirulina helps recharge and defend. Fights fatigue and supports energy. Thanks to its B vitamins and iron, spirulina helps produce healthy red blood cells. That means more oxygen is delivered to your muscles and brain. If you're feeling tired all the time, spirulina may be the missing link. Protects against inflammation and chronic disease. Spirulina is loaded with phycocyanin, a rare pigment protein complex that has potent anti-inflammatory properties. It helps neutralize free radicals and fight off oxidative stress. One of the key contributors to aging-related diseases like arthritis, heart problems, and even cognitive decline. Now, how do you use spirulina? It usually comes in 2 forms, powder or tablets. Mix 1 teaspoon of spirulina powder into your smoothies or juice. It has an earthy taste, so pairing with banana or citrus works well. Add it to salad dressings, energy balls, or even soups. Take it in tablet form with water, easy and fast for folks who don't like the flavor. A quick story. Helen, a 72-year-old retired nurse from Oregon, was experiencing low energy, brain fog, and brittle nails. Her doctor found she was low in B12 and iron. Instead of reaching for another synthetic supplement, she tried spirulina daily for 2 weeks. Her words. "I didn't expect it to work so fast. My energy felt more stable, I wasn't napping as much, and even my skin looked better. I never thought a green powder would make me feel younger." And that's the thing. Spirulina restores what aging often takes away. It's gentle on the stomach, incredibly rich in nutrients, and a sustainable option for seniors who want protein without the side effects of red meat or heavy animal fats. Now a quick tip. Buy spirulina only from trusted, clean sources. Since it's an algae, it can absorb contaminants from the environment if not grown properly. Look for organic, lab-tested brands with no fillers, additives, or heavy metals. Also, start small. Just half a teaspoon a day, then work your way up. Some people experience detox effects in the beginning, like mild headaches or fatigue. That's normal and usually passes quickly. Coming up next, we'll talk about a humble plant-based protein that's probably already in your kitchen. It's affordable, loaded with fiber and iron, and may be the best food for balancing blood sugar and building lean muscle over 60. The pantry staple that packs more power than you think. Now, let's talk about one of the most underestimated, humble pantry staples that quietly outperforms fancy superfoods and expensive powders when it comes to plant-based protein: lentils. Yes, lentils. If you're over 60 and haven't added lentils to your weekly meals yet, you're missing out on one of the healthiest, cheapest, and easiest to digest protein sources available. One that supports heart health, stabilizes blood sugar, and protects aging muscles. So what makes lentils such a smart choice? 1 cup of cooked lentils equals 18 grams of protein packed with fiber, nearly 16 grams per cup iron, folate, potassium, and magnesium-rich, zero cholesterol, low in fat, and high in plant compounds that reduce inflammation. Let that sink in. 18 grams of protein per cup, no saturated fats, and more fiber than a bowl of bran cereal. Now, why does this matter more when you're over 60? As we age, the body's ability to absorb nutrients like protein and iron becomes less efficient. And many seniors struggle with meat-based proteins. They're heavy, acidic, and often leave you feeling bloated or tired. Lentils are the opposite. They're light, absorbable, and come with the added bonus of blood sugar control, which is crucial if you're managing diabetes or prediabetes. Here's something most people don't know. Lentils contain slow-digesting carbs, which means they don't spike your blood sugar like white rice or bread. That makes them a perfect protein plus carb combo: steady energy, no crash. Let me give you a real-life example. Meet Robert, 68, a retired accountant from Minnesota. He struggled with midday crashes, borderline high cholesterol, and a growing belly. He swapped out meat at lunch for lentil soup 3 days a week. Within 2 months, he lost 8 pounds, his energy leveled out, and his doctor reduced his cholesterol meds. He said, "I thought lentils were for hippies and health nuts. But now, they're my comfort food." And the best part? Lentils are ridiculously versatile. You can make lentil soup, lentil stuffed bell peppers, lentil stews, cold lentil salads with lemon and olive oil, lentil burgers. You can buy them canned, just rinse well, pre-cooked in vacuum packs, or dry, which cook in 15 to 20 minutes. No soaking required. Here's a senior-friendly recipe you can try tomorrow. Simple senior lentil bowl: 1 cup cooked lentils, 1/2 avocado, 1/2 cup cooked quinoa, a handful of spinach or kale, drizzle of olive oil and lemon juice, sprinkle of pumpkin seeds or chopped walnuts. That's over 20 grams of plant protein in one bowl, with healthy fats, fiber, and antioxidants to fuel your day, and it's gentle on your digestive system. Bonus tip: lentils also help with brain health. The folate and polyphenol in lentils support cognitive function and may reduce the risk of dementia. Combine that with the blood sugar balancing effect, and you've got a perfect brain food for seniors. Because up next is our final pick, a complete plant-based protein that tastes great, satisfies your hunger, and has been linked to longer lifespans in multiple scientific studies. It's easy to overlook, but once you understand its power, you'll want to include it in your weekly meals, guaranteed. The longevity protein most seniors forget. Now, let's bring it all home with the final plant-based protein on our list, one that often gets overlooked but is a secret weapon for longevity, vitality, and aging gracefully. We're talking about tempeh. Yes, tempeh. Not tofu, not mock meats, but fermented, whole soybeans compacted into a firm, nutty, flavorful block that does your body good in so many ways. So why tempeh? Let's start with the facts. 1 cup of tempeh equals 31 grams of protein rich in probiotics due to fermentation. Full-spectrum amino acid profile: it's a complete protein, contains calcium, magnesium, iron, and B vitamin, supports gut health, immune function, and hormone balance. That's more protein than a chicken breast, without the cholesterol or saturated fat. Tempeh comes from Indonesia and has been a staple in traditional diets for centuries. And it's no wonder. It's not just food, it's functional fuel for the body, especially for those of us over 60. Here's the key: tempeh is fermented, which means the nutrients are already pre-digested by healthy bacteria. This makes it easier for seniors to absorb and digest, especially those with weaker digestion, low stomach acid, or gut imbalance. What does that mean for you? More protein reaching your muscles. More calcium absorbed into your bones. More B12 working to protect your brain. More fiber feeding your microbiome. And less bloating, gas, or sluggishness. In fact, studies show that seniors who regularly consume fermented soy, like tempeh, have lower inflammation markers, stronger bones and joints, improved gut flora diversity, better mental clarity and memory retention, and even fewer hot flashes and hormonal imbalances in aging women. Now I know, some people get scared off by the idea of fermented soy. But trust me, tempeh is not weird food. It's easy to cook, deeply satisfying, and absorbs flavor like a sponge. Here's how seniors are using it every day. Sliced and sautéed in olive oil with herbs, crumbled into chili or tacos, baked in strips like bacon, cubed into stir-fries or stews, marinated and grilled like chicken. Want a fast way to try it? Easy golden tempeh skillet. 1 block of tempeh, sliced thin. 2 tablespoons olive oil, 1 teaspoon turmeric, 1 tablespoon soy sauce or tamari optional, garlic, black pepper, fresh rosemary. Pan fry for 5 to 7 minutes until golden and crisp on both sides. Serve with sautéed spinach and brown rice. Done. A complete, anti-inflammatory, gut-supporting, brain-fueling dinner in 15 minutes. And yes, this one food alone gives you over 30 grams of clean protein. That's nearly half your daily needs in one go. Now, here's a golden tip for seniors: if you want to live longer and stay active well into your 80s and 90s, building and maintaining muscle mass is absolutely key. And the body needs digestible, complete protein. Not from greasy meats, but from sources like tempeh that come with fiber, antioxidants, and zero downsides. Before we wrap this up, the 6 plant-based proteins seniors over 60 should eat. Let's do a quick rundown of the 6 superstar plant proteins we covered today. Chia seeds, tiny seeds packed with omega-3s and protein. Quinoa, the complete grain that supports energy and muscle. Hemp hearts, gentle on digestion, high in healthy fats and protein. Green peas, affordable, versatile, and surprisingly powerful. Lentils, the pantry protein that balances blood sugar and cholesterol. Tempeh, the longevity food with probiotics and muscle-building power. Each of these can easily be added to your weekly meals, and together, they can help you maintain muscle mass, improve digestion, support heart and brain health, balance blood sugar, age with strength, clarity, and energy. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, eat smart, stay strong, and be well.